Good morning, everybody.
Good.
How's it
morning.
going?
Good. How are you doing?
Man, I am doing wonderful. I am doing much better now that I am here with you. It is Saturday morning. I ain't got a lot to do today.
Me neither.
I'm wearing my Mythic Legion shirt that you sent me for my birthday.
Yeah.
You sent me that shirt too.
Double
No
jointed.
jive turkeys.
No jive turkeys in here.
I love it.
No jive
you sent
turkeys
me one
detected.
of those as well. I love that shirt, and if I'd have known you were going to wear it, I would have worn mine. But I put mine on for because today we had a drop. We had a Mythic Legions, or we had a Figura Obscura drop.
Yes.
I also made sure to put my morning cereal in my Figura Obscura mug. It's the only one I have, and by morning cereal, I do mean coffee with a copious amount of creamer. This is the only coffee mug I have. I have Frankenstein's Creature because I'm a huge fan of Frankenstein's Monster. Oh, it's so good. How's the chat doing today? Let's look and see. Hey, yeah. I just figured out I can do this, guys. Check this out. Bam, bam. What about that?
What about
the chat
that?
Right there? Oh, and look, they come up at the top, like the new ones, not at the bottom. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Andy the Collector was here first. Brian Carr, good morning, sir. Andy, it's probably the most beautiful sculpted figure they've done. We're going to be talking about it. William Houston, they are all such beauties. Greg, is there a new double jointed shirt? Yes, it is on his, is it TeePublic or what do you use?
Yes, TeePublic / user, I think Schmerber. I'll post it in the
there you go.
The thing. But get it when it's on sale. Usually it's like $16 when it's on sale.
There you go. Andy the Collector, Happy WrestleMania. Who's wrestling tonight? Is it today? Tonight? I don't keep up. Where can we watch it? Elemental Crafting, what's up, guys? Okay, Blake, are you not seeing the comments in order? Good morning, sir. I am now. Fernando Alvarado, yeah, my boy is on. Rob Zamora, actually, me and Blake were here first. Oh, my bad. Get it right, sir. Well, Andy just commented first. That's all. And then I went to comment back, and when I go to comment, I have two options. I can either comment as the Restream host, or I can comment as Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And I tried to comment as Saturday Morning Toy Collector, and I had to sign in. And when I signed in, it wiped all the comments out. And that's why I was asking Andy, did the comments disappear? But hey, guys, we've got some new stuff going on today. Today, I feel like I am dialed in on all my buttons. Last night, I actually sat down and took some time to go in and reorganize all of the video prompts for all of our little segments. I added one because we've added a new segment today. Mm-hmm. You guys have said that you want more nostalgia, you want more 80s goodness. Well, we found another way to bring you more 80s goodness. And Greg and I have been talking about ways to bring you more 80s goodness in the future. So definitely stay tuned to that. But I'm going to try something new this morning and give you guys a rundown of the show and just see what you think about it. And fantastic. All my notes are gone. Okay, so let's see if I could do this from memory. We'll see how the old noggin's working this morning.
You got this, baby. You got this.
We are going to do a little fun thing called Fun with AI today, because AI has been kind of taking the action figure collecting world by storm, and everybody creating images of themselves as action figures. So we're going to kick off the morning with a little fun with AI. You know, morality of it, ethics of it aside, we're going to have some fun with it. Then we're going to have, after these messages, then we're going to be doing our new segment called Name That Tune. Then we're going to be doing our brand new segment, which will be a surprise until you guys see it happen. I have a new segment. After that, we're going to do our pickups. Then we're going to do our unboxings. Today, we're both going to be unboxing a Valaverse figure, an Action Force figure, and then we're going to get into our double down, which is going to be the Figura Obscura that dropped this morning, and we're going to get all into that. So if that sounds like a good time for you guys, that sounds like a lot of fun, then definitely stay tuned. through the whole show. We're going to have a lot of fun. So Andy says, it's tonight. The main event is triple threat. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. I know who all of those people are. Like, I may have had trouble reading them, but I know who they are. And I like Roman Reigns' look. I like the way that guy looks. It's only Greg's. Here we go.
There we go. Okay. I had to plug in the power. I had a power issue. I was like, oh man.
And Gunther is the curtain jerker tonight. I can read those words that they're English, but none of those make sense to me.
Curtain jerker.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I thought I knew what it was, but clearly I do not.
Do you want to know?
I don't think so. So, like I said, the AI trend hit the action figure world this last couple of weeks, and people have been creating themselves as action figures on blister cards. I did one, thought it was pretty funny. Thought Greg's was better than mine, actually.
Nonsense.
And so we're going to share ours this week. And then I was thinking, how can we make this more 80s? How can we take the AI back to the 80s, to our, our trademarked, what is it? Our topic, our theme, our style, our genre. So let's kick off things with me and Greg as action figures. Here we go. I'm the action figure reviewer. I look like a grumpy old guy who has a woodworking channel, I show you how to do joints and stuff.
Yes. What's that? What's underneath the figures there? What is that little? Is that a camera?
That's like a camera. I just told it that I was a toy reviewer for YouTube, and so it give me that. I would try to put things in there add a Optimus Prime from Transformers toy or a Darth Vader from Star Wars toy accessory, and it kept kicking them back as, sorry, that's against our terms and conditions. So I guess it was copywritten, even though I'd seen people do that already, with a little Optimus Prime and a little Darth Vader, and I don't know how they were doing it, but Chat GPT was telling me no go. But what I loved is, so yours is actually really close, dude. That looks not bad.
Mine's a bigger scale, so it came with no accessories. I'm sorry. There's an accessory pack that comes later, that you can buy.
I'm a 1.0 and you're a brute scale, clearly.
Right.
Brute scale Greg. That's already taken. You can't formally brute scale Greg.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I will
I do like how you are in shorts and flip-flops. I did not think, or sandals. I did not think to tell Chat GPT how to dress me, or I definitely would have been barefoot for sure.
Mm-hmm. You might have to redo that. That could be a version 2.
Yeah, but let's not.
Let's not.
I just noticed. Dwarf. I love this. This is a dwarf army builder right there. I just noticed that Curtis is in the chat, so let's not talk about what's from ankles down. Let's not discuss that. Right. These are great. Yeah, you got to have these. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm late. Darla was reading to me. Was she reading it's typically before bed, right? You read a little book before bed. Look at supersized schmerbs. Absolutely. So I said, Greg, how in the world can we take this back to the 80s? What can we do? So I was sitting, we were eating dinner somewhere out, I think Chick-fil-A. And I went to Chat GPT and I was like, I want you to make me an image of me as a garbage pail kid called Messy Mark. And that's all I said. And I uploaded my picture. And I was stunned, literally jaw on floor, okay, at what it created. And this is brilliant. And then Greg, you did one equally as brilliant. So here is Greg and I, if we got entered into the garbage pail kids, it's not going to get any better than this right here. I am Messy Mark, and that is Greg, the Smurburglar.
The Smurburglar. I love your tongue hanging out. And I also love my face on my tie. I think that is so funny. Why did AI do what it did? I don't know, but it's hilarious.
I've heard of a turd burglar.
Right?
Dude, you should cut this out and like put this on a shirt. Like this needs to be on a shirt. The
I
Smur
think you're
burglar.
right. I think you're right, man.
I'll help you with that. My guy is ridiculously dirty. I don't know. I've got
noodles.
stuff dripping off my tongue. But look, the picture that I uploaded in both of these, I had on a baseball hat that has a squirrel on it that says nuts. And so it's on both of them. They made sure it's got a little squirrel on my hat.
That's cool.
And I have a little pin. I have a little pin on my hat, and right where the pin was, they put a fish head from a fish bone, which I thought, damn, this is impressive. Like it did this. I mean, it took about, I would say probably a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes to generate this image, but it is absolutely incredible. Like I was blown away that it did this.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I had another idea for a Garbage Pail Kid card, and my fiance suggested the burger and the Schmerburglar thing. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. Do you have the other one? Because the other one is kind of accurate too.
Yeah. So then it was like, how can we take this a step further? Like, what's the next step? What's the next logical step in this flow of consciousness here? And it seemed like, another toy that was huge in the 80s. I mean, and still to this day, one would argue it's probably more popular today with adults, hunting them down, was what would we look like as Hot Wheels cars? Like, how like you have like a little, they have Hot Wheels that are like, this is what a Chewbacca car or a Darth Vader car would look like, or a Spider-Man car. So we did that. Now, Greg, I had to, because your options did not include cars, I went back and I had to edit yours a little bit because I wanted to. So I took a picture of you off Facebook and I uploaded it. And I said, make me one with a car. And I uploaded the image that you made. And I said, use this as a reference because your image was perfect. And I didn't want to mess with that. So this is Greg and I, if we were Hot Wheels. So again, dude, I clearly am a construction worker of some sort. Or I've, been arrested for domestic violence, clearly.
Right.
Here I am, Monster Mark, the Monster 4x4. But what's cool, why don't you tell us about yours? Because yours actually came out really funny because you didn't give it very much information to go on, right?
No. I said, turn me into a car. And I love Subarus. I love old Subarus. And it just made this. It put me in the car, but also said Subi and podcasting. And I'm like, that's odd because I didn't say anything about podcasting. So I don't know where that came from. I like the old school headset that I have on my head.
Yeah.
But no, I love it. I thought it was super cool.
So I was thinking that the subby came from subscribers, like, subscribe to the channel, but you put in Subaru. So that's probably where it came from. But it's funny that it still works. You know?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Blake says, after last night's Off-World, Curtis was not supposed to be in the chat. He swore
he was going to take a break, he said, for the weekend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know he's not missing this show.
Yeah, he's not.
I mean, he may be MIA the rest of the weekend, but we know where Curtis is going to be at 11. These are hilarious. They are not on screen, Blake, not on screen. These are very awesome. Let's see.
And if you want to see more Curtis and Mark, check out you guys' Meet the Collector, which dropped yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that was a lot of fun, and I was really I was missing doing Meet the Collector. I haven't done one in a while, and as I'm like gearing up and setting up the next wave of people, I like to do them in groups, and so I hadn't done one in a while, and I was very surprised that we came in under an hour and 15 minutes, because if you get me and Curtis together, we'll just talk until somebody comes and throws a blanket on us. Like it is just like a bird, you throw a blanket over a bird and they think it's nighttime. It's time to go to bed. So Blake says, I'm Mark, the Walmart greeter. Yeah. This guy doesn't look nice though. He doesn't. Hey, how's it going?
He looks kind of dead inside.
Yeah.
Bit.
He's had his soul crushed. clearly.
Yeah, mine's kind of
these
round
are
and jolly, and
these are Chase. These are collector's items. Absolutely. We need code Lavi. That's right. We do.
I would buy these cars.
Yeah, absolutely. I would too. So yeah, a little fun with AI. I thought that was a good way to kick off the weekend. And man, I've got so many more ideas of things I want to try. But if you have Chat GPT, if that's what you're using to do this, you only get 3 free images a day, and it's like in a 24-hour period. So like if you try to like do them at late at night, then you can't do them again tomorrow until like 24 hours later. So it's not like 20, like 8 a.m. you get to, try 3 new ones. So I need to get back on there and make some new stuff. I want these signed and in mint condition. Absolutely. Yeah, man, if these were only real. We could get Funko Pops made out of us, or Legos, like Lego figures. Yeah. Like we could do that, but yeah, Funko Pops, Lego figures, man. Yeah, okay. All right. We got some good ones. We got some good ones. All right, let's get to it, because we need to get to our segments. So here we go.
After these messages,
I am so happy that Charles is a part of our show every week, whether or not he's here or not.
Yeah, if only he watched.
Yeah, if only he actually tuned in. No, I know he's a big supporter of the show. All right, so let's get after it. I never had any of these, but these look really cool, and I kind of wish they would come
turn up the turbo and let them go. Doing tricks for turbo tricksters. Rocket stars racers gonna put on a show. Doing tricks for turbo tricksters.
New Turbo Tricksters. Over 45 power pack racers that do hundreds of killer stunts. Pull them back and pop in a penny for wild wheelie action. Or race your friends through any stunt challenge.
Doing tricks for turbo tricksters.
Racers sold separately, new from Tonka.
Did you have any of those as a kid?
I think I did. I don't know which one I had, but what was the purpose of the nickel?
So the penny in the back would weight down the car so that it would tilt up on its back
wheels.
Oh,
okay.
I just want to point out that not only was this one of the cars, but it's featured heavily. That's the Marlboro car. So they were like, "Hey kids, have a smoke in a car." Like,
but they didn't care back then, dude.
Yeah, no, God, no. There was no rules about marketing.
Yeah, nothing wrong with smokes back then. Nothing wrong with
I was gonna call the car out. See, the penny made them lean back. If you took the penny out, then they would.
Okay.
They would just, be on all fours. I was gonna call out when they showed like 45 individual cars, like right here. It's like right here under the control. You can see it right there in the bottom left. Yeah. That was the Marlboro car. I was gonna call that out. But I was like, when I went back, I was like, oh God, no, like it's featured right there very heavily. Like they didn't even like hide it.
No shame. Like, no, there's no shame in that.
Some guy was like, nah, put the Marlboro one front and center.
That's right.
Yeah, put that one in there. That's the cancer racer.
Where's the Modelo or the Corona car?
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, these are fun. I love like the little micro machine.
I would buy those again.
Dude, awesome. That looks like your car. Your Hot Wheels car was the shape.
Yeah, it does.
We need Subby the podcaster car in here.
Absolutely.
I say I would like for these to make a comeback, but honestly, I don't know if I would ever carry one around in my pocket. And like, where would I like be in the doctor's office and just pull one and let it go across the floor? Mr. Thomas, you're here for your colonoscopy. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Let me get my pocket racer. My bad. Yeah, these were called penny racers. That's right. Yeah, penny racers. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, Greg, hit it. The comment right here.
Oh, good morning, Guasaway. Yeah.
Yep. Blake says, yep. The audio clip always cuts out early for me. Yeah. Sorry, man. I don't know what's going on there. At least we have audio. Yeah. The 80s did not care about drinking or smoking sponsors. Not at all. Oh, I had the General Lee and the Roscoe Cup car. Penny racers. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Get him on, Duke boys. Giggity. Yeah, he was the Giggity Prime.
Right.
Roscoe P. Coltrane, if I remember correctly. Dude, I was surprised at the quality. I think somebody grabbed this commercial and like up-resed it and ran it at like I don't know,
Yeah, it
60
looked
frames
great.
a second. The next one I'm about to show is really good. Somebody did some work on this one.
Defender of the universe. King Zarkon and Prince Lotor order another attack on the Voltron force. The Skull Scavenger and Doom Commander launch their machines of destruction, while Hadar the Witch creates 2 new Robeasts and their coffins. And on planet Aris, Keith, Pidge, Lance, Hunk, and Princess Allura stand ready to repel this new threat. Will they be triumphant, or will evil conquer all? Voltron action figures and vehicles, each sold separately from Panache Place.
Panache Place. And I
Panache
don't remember
Place.
that being the name of the company, but
I know. I thought it was going to be Matchbox or Galoob or something.
yeah, I think Matchbox made the metal one, maybe the one that you didn't put the figures in. That was a little bit smaller. The funny thing is I think I just sent you a picture. The reason I was thinking about Voltron was because a good friend of mine locally, who I've known for 20 years now, found this Voltron in his attic, and was like, "Hey, do you want this?" Yeah, it's this one with the lions that the drivers fit down in, and he's like, "It's yours if you want it." And it has all the lions and the sword and the shield, I believe. It looks like it's kind of dirty, but I know he took care of his stuff, so I know it's going to be in good condition. It's just dirty. I just got to clean it up. But yeah, I can't wait to go pick that up from him because that's got to go on my shelf. Hey, look.
Hey, we're just talking about you, Charlie.
There he is. Yeah, you just missed your hey, you know what? Since you're here, buddy.
After these messages.
Yeah, you don't get to hear that as often as we do. But yeah, glad you're here, V-Dog. Yes, exactly, man. Voltron was so good.
I love Guesigues. Activate interlock diatherms connected, infracells up, and mega thrusters are go.
I think he Googled that. Do you think he had that ready to go in his mind?
I don't know, but
I don't know. I don't question you guys in the chat at all. Not after last week when I played that clip from Visionaries and Rob was like, "That's Visionaries. That's episode 6 from season 1 called Lion Hunt." And I'm like, okay, dang, my bad. My guy was on it.
That was a flex. That was impressive.
That was, yeah, exact. Form feet and legs, form arms and body, and I'll form the butt. That's right.
I'm like you. I like the car version, the vehicle version better.
Oh, dude, I came across a really sweet vehicle version that I need to throw in an episode. All right, here's the one that's going to get us demonetized.
Relax, Spangler, we're alone. Wow, great plane. That's not a plane. It's air sickness. You look fit to be tied. Run for it. Safe, let's go home. Hey, mister, how about a lift? Yikes, it's Wicked Willie. I must need new glasses.
The real Ghostbusters, each sold separately, new from Kenner.
Yeah, that one's going to get us demonetized. The minute that YouTube hears that song, they'll be like, "You can't monetize this." I did want to bring something. I had a little bit of show and tell here.
All right,
from that commercial. These are mine from when I was a kid. So I actually no tie. Look at that. A tie has been chewed off. The tie broke off, but Egon's always been my favorite character, and he look at that right there, man. That's awesome. Crazy. I have that Janine as well.
You had Janine?
Yeah, so this is her little fright feature.
A crush on Annie Potts back in the day.
Yeah, man.
Something about
Check
her.
this out.
I don't know. I liked her.
Her eyes. Look at that. Look at that hair. The hair goes up. That's crazy. And then here's my other one. I still have Peter from when I was a kid. Look at that.
They work wonderfully still.
Yeah, man. Like these are great. Janine's in great condition. She's a different type of plastic than these guys are, because these guys, they feel a little tacky. They're just like a tiny bit sticky. I don't know what that is. I don't know why they do that, but yeah, man. That was really good. I love those fright features, man. They're so dope.
Oh yeah. Very cool.
Let's see here. Yeah, Brian Carr says that's impressive Voltron knowledge. That lives rent-free in my head from days long ago and Uncharted Reachers. Yeah, exactly. And of course, Voltron, the opener to that featured like that whole voiceover is Peter Cullen. Is that his name? The guy who did Optimus Prime?
I didn't even notice.
Yeah. Not in the commercial, but the show, the Voltron show, the cartoon when it came on, like what Guesegway is referring to, that narration was, yeah. G says he never had these toys.
Yeah, me neither, man. Her toes.
I always thought the Fright Features and Super Fright Features were dumb. The catchphrases, I ain't afraid of no ghost. No, I think they're awesome. I love goofy crap like that. All right. We've got some knowledge holders in the chat today. So let's see if you're going to be able to get this one, guys. It's time for everybody's favorite brand new Saturday morning game show, and that's called Name That Tune. Now, today's clip is only 11 seconds long because literally it is the only 11 seconds in this entire episode. And I did watch the entire episode where the heroes of the show were not shown, or where the bad guys did not mention, no jive turkeys, did not mention the name of something that would give away the title of the show. Okay, so I'm sorry it's only 11 seconds, and I'm sure somebody's going to nail it instantly. But let's see if you guys can
Andy
name
already
that
won.
Andy has already won. He's like, yes, it's episode 7.
Excellent.
Here we go.
You are pleased with my handiwork, Lord Krulos?
I am pleased with my orders being fulfilled. Excellent.
You are
play it again.
pleased with my handiwork, Lord Krulos?
I am pleased with my orders being fulfilled.
All right. Does anybody have any guesses? Greg, do you have a guess?
I know I've seen this. I recognize the guy. I'm just gonna guess Battletoads or something. I don't
Okay.
know.
Andy's
that
coming
voice,
up
though.
with, yeah. Andy's coming up with Dino Riders. We'll see if that holds up. I love that villain's voice is like the same guy who did like
Inspector Gadget.
Claw from Inspector Gadget. He's like, they call him on the phone and he's like,
Hello, my name is Rob.
they're like, hey, can you come in? Yeah.
French fries.
Dude, you sound like Kingpin. You sound like Vincent D'Onofrio from Daredevil. I like French fries with my salad. You know, like.
You hurt Vanessa.
Yeah, exactly. I'll keep you in a cage.
Where's Rachel?
Yeah, no, I love this guy because that's probably just how he sounds. And they're like, can you come in and do a voice? He goes, yes, but I only have one voice. And they're like, that's fine. Do that. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
right.
good.
Yeah,
Okay. Curtis has Grapes of Wrath. Very possible. He also did Dark Side on Super Friends. Okay. This wins. If I could give somebody a super chat for a comment like Blake, I would give you a $5 super chat for that, my guy. That clip sounds like me calling Mezco customer service. I like my orders to be fulfilled. Okay, Greg, I'm gonna put you on the spot. I'm gonna request this. I need Kingpin calling Mezco customer service asking about his order.
Yes, this is Wilson. I would like to find out where my order is, please, or I will kill you.
I'm trying to figure out why exactly. I'm trying not to go into Joker from...
These toys are for Vanessa, not me.
Who knew I could do Vincent D'Onofrio?
I know, man. Like, I'm trying to figure out why exactly.
I love you.
I am seeing so many people playing
I love you.
with their deluxe Conan when I know that I ordered within the first 3 minutes of this thing going live.
Does this look like the first version of Conan? This is clearly the second version.
All right, Brian is saying Battle Beast. Rob is like Krulos. I think everybody knows what this is. All right, we're gonna play the intro to the cartoon and see if everybody was correct.
After years of peaceful existence on the distant planet Valoria, Questar and his people were forced into battle. The power of their step crystal ripped a hole in the fabric of time, sending them backward to prehistoric Earth. Unaware that at the same moment the evil Emperor Krulos was plotting to capture the step crystal with his own grotesque Rulon forces. And so, the battle continues in a new place and time with Dino Riders.
I thought it was genius.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs and action
in space.
Figures.
I mean, yeah, you cannot go wrong with that.
That's
it's
a win-win-win.
Yeah. I was actually surprised at how good the animation was in this show. It was very clean and crisp. The colors were bright and vibrant. Like, this was a well-done TV show. I don't know how long it lasted, and I don't remember watching it religiously as a kid. Like, I can't name you any adventure that I ever remember from this show. But man, it was impressive. Like, I was enjoying it last night when I was watching it in bed. It was really good. I would have spun like Liam Neeson from Taken. Yeah,
I would have
sounded. Yeah. I would have sounded like Liam Neeson. Yeah, I can't do a Liam Neeson, so we're not going to go there. But man, that's really good. Okay, everybody, we have a new segment this week, packing in some more 80s nostalgia for you guys. So this is our brand new segment we're going to do every week now. And thanks for the couple of chat groups that I have the pleasure of being a part of, because I ask everybody, what did they call it when they would go into a toy catalog and circle things or dog ear the pages for their parents for what they wanted? And I don't remember. I think it might have been Brian Carr that came up with this name. And so that's what stuck. I hope it was Brian. But yeah, we have a new segment we're going to call Wish List. And we're going to take a page out of history, literally a page out of history. I have scoured the internet to find a really cool toy page from a very specific catalog. This is going to be from the 1980. Okay, so at this point in time, I was 4 years old. Okay, so I definitely would not have seen this one. This was not for me. I was 4 years old when this came out. This is the 1980 Sears Christmas catalog. And many of us can draw or trace back our love for action figures as a kid to Star Wars, to Kenner Star Wars. So we're going to take a page out of the 1980 Sears Christmas catalog and look at their Star Wars page. Now, this is actually really small. Let me see if I can make it as big as possible. But here we have the page. Greg, I hope you can see this. I hope you can.
Yep, I can see it.
Let's see here. Can I? No, I can't do that. But yeah, I can make it a little bit larger here. Let's bring in. Let me do this with the chat. Let me bring the chat in on this side over here. Well, no, that's not really. That's kind of in my way. Sorry, guys. I wanted to make this a little bit bigger for you so you could see it. But yeah, here I blew it up on my end so I can see it. So now what we have here is. We have several Star Wars from the Empire Strikes Back wave. Even though it says in Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, but we have some stuff from the first movie, like the Jawa Sandcrawler. So here's what I did as a kid. Did anybody else do this? Let me know. Did you ever get a catalog and you would look at the stuff and you would play this game with yourself where you would say, if I could only have 4 things on this page, like what would they be? Did anybody else do that but me? I need to know. Was I the only one who did this?
That. I may have done that. I would look at these pages until they were worn out. Like I was in love with these catalogs.
Yeah, absolutely. Or I would do a thing where I would pretend and I would say, if I had $80, like what would I buy?
What would I get?
You know, what is V-Dog says, what is number 3? Okay, I'm going to blow this up full size for me as best I can. I'm going to leave this up for you, Greg. God, how big can I make this?
Did he say what is number 3? Did he just say what is number 3, Charlie?
Well, number 3 is when you have to do number 1 and number 2 at the same time. I'm guessing that's what he means. So yeah, let me blow this up so that I can see it.
I'm calling him out. If he doesn't know what that number 3 is, that Sandcrawler, then I don't know if we can continue forward.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me blow this up. How did I make this big for myself?
It looks good for me. There's a full screen on your laptop. You might be able to hit the full screen button. Okay. Mine's pretty big.
All right. That's what he said.
My neighbor had the number 8, which is the Imperial Troop Transport. I didn't know it existed. And that's the thing. Like, if you don't see the commercials, this catalog is the only way that you see these new products. Oh my goodness. Look at those beautiful eyes you got there, buddy.
I know, man. Come on.
Bitch. But this Imperial Troop Transport, I was in love with as a kid. I never had it. My neighbor had it, and I just thought it was the coolest damn thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I didn't know it existed until he had it.
Okay, so Greg, there are 8 listings here. There are 8 listings. So let's do it like this. What 4 would you take from this page? You can come home today you can order 4 of these for your birthday. What are you ordering?
I would get the number 2, the Millennium Falcon, of course, which is a playset and a spaceship. Came with so many accessories. Came with a little ball, little swinging ball, the little droid thing.
Yep.
I would get the dewback because I thought that was brilliant. That it had a little spring-loaded door where you put their legs into the actual beast.
The same with the Tauntaun. Yeah.
Yes, same with the Tauntaun. I didn't have the dewback, but I always wanted it. Had the Tauntaun, and it was okay. I think I would probably get the Hoth, the Imperial Attack Base, because I never really had a play set. I did have the Star Destroyer, and it was kind of, what do I do with this? It had a handles in the bottom. It did have a little Darth Vader chamber, which was badass, but like there was nothing really you could do with it. It didn't look like a spaceship. I guess it was more like a play set, and I did have to do with it, but I wouldn't own it again. And I would definitely have the troop transport for sure. Those are my choices.
Yeah, William Golden says 2, 3, 4, and 6. So that's going to be the Millennium Falcon,
2,
the Sandcrawler,
5, 8, and 4.
Okay. So let me see here. I would come away with, I made this like super huge a minute ago. Now I don't even know how I did that. Let's see here. I would definitely pick, I was very much a playset guy. I loved playsets.
I never had any, so I would love one. I think it'd be
I would love the Death Star Destroyer playset. I would love that. I would take the Hoth playset for sure. I would pick number 7, the Droid Factory. That looks a lot of fun. Yes. And then probably the Jawa Sandcrawler, because I had none of those as a kid. I had the Tauntaun. I had the Millennium Falcon. A friend of mine had the troop transport, and I have one now from the Mandalorian, the 3 3/4 inch line. I still have that. But yeah, dude, and these prices, man, my gosh.
I know. I was looking at that.
The Millennium Falcon is $26.88,
which
that's crazy.
Back in 1980, that had to be quite a bit of money.
Yeah. Like, I think that was roughly the cost of Optimus Prime and his trailer, I think.
Oh, really? Yeah. Pricey.
Yeah, the Jawa Sandcrawler is actually more. It's $29.88.
My friend had all of this stuff.
The Imperial Attack Base. Yeah, man. It's a lot of fun. Curtis, as you know, from Meet the Collector, we were talking, his first figure as a kid was from Clash of the Titans. He said that he had this wonderful story about how he and his mom would watch that show all the time, that movie all the time. They wore it out. And so, yeah. VDoc says, did Hasbro remake all of these items? I don't think so. Like, Hasbro's made some, but I don't think Hasbro has made like the Droid Factory, unless they made something along those lines when Revenge of the Sith came out. They probably had some sort of, maybe they did then. With that droid factory sequence from Revenge of the Sith, or is that Attack of the Clones? Oh, it's Attack of the Clones. Yeah. Because C-3PO ends up getting his head put on the other body. Of course, they've made it.
I think it's cool that they had 2 different movies here. You know, they had Star Wars stuff,
and
Empire stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I never understood the tauntaun with Han Solo, his legs going down. So there were two features to that tauntaun. There was the the little trapdoor for his legs to go in, because the legs were molded onto the saddle to look like he was riding.
Right.
And then there was the split along the bottom where you could put Luke inside of his belly to keep him warm.
That was a different version. There was two versions.
Oh, there were two versions? Okay.
Yeah, I had the one that didn't split.
Oh, okay. That was like a solid bottom. Okay. I had the one that did. And I always thought, I was like, why is there a trap door on this tauntaun? Like, why would you need to like go down inside the body and hide and then come out the belly? It never made sense to me, because I had this toy before I saw the movie.
Oh, really?
Because I never saw any of the Star Wars movies until Return of the Jedi came out, and my best friend's dad took me and him and his brother to see it, and the theater played A New Hope and Empire, and then they played Return of the Jedi.
Wow.
So the very first time I ever saw Star Wars, I saw all three in the same Saturday.
Wow, what a day!
Yeah, my mind was blown. Like, I didn't have to wait the 3 years. I wasn't young enough. Like I said, in 1980 when Empire came out, I was 4. Like, even if I had seen it in the theater, there's no way I remember it.
Yeah, I was 7, and it was the talk of school. Like, everyone was talking about it. It was like the event of the year that Return.
Andy said he would get 2, 4, 7, and 8. So the Millennium Falcon, the is that the Imperial Attack, the Hoth base, and then 7 is
Droid Factory.
The Droid Factory, and then 8, the Troop Transport. Yeah, absolutely.
Good choices. That Sandcrawler was nice. My friend had it, and it was a nice piece. It was very cool looking.
Oh, I didn't have it. Andy says it was remote controlled. Oh, yeah, there's a little hand right there holding a remote.
Go forward.
And then Curtis says I'd pick 441, which is the next page number.
Always got to be different. This boy.
Brian Carr, the most generous guy. Super chat, $5. Thank you so much. Great new segment. I wrote a Christmas list on loose leaf paper for my parents.
Me too.
With the page number and item number, so I could keep the pages perfect.
I would do that, yeah. And then I would change my mind and do it over again.
Droid Factory, and they'd reuse that name later for the Build-A-Figure droids. Okay. Did they remake the Sandcrawler? That's pretty cool. I
think I think more recently, like of the vintage collection, I think they did do a Sandcrawler.
Dude, I got to tell you, that Sandcrawler would be a great HasLab.
Oh, yeah. That would be awesome.
You know?
Kind of open up the side.
Yeah.
And you could see all the different, throw in the Mando, because Mando, attacked the Sandcrawler.
Absolutely. Now, yes, William brings up a really good subset. The Micro Machine Star Wars stuff back then was killer. I love that.
Cool.
Those
I never had it.
I had the Hoth one.
They were awesome.
I had the Hoth one, and you could hang the little metal, because all the little figures were metal. You could hang Luke Skywalker upside down. It had a little Wampa that would come out.
Those were brilliant.
Yeah, those were really cool. Well, cool. That is wish list. You guys look forward to that every week. We're going to pull a page out of an old catalog, because like watching cartoons or like watching commercials, this was a big part. This was our internet. Like,
yes,
we didn't know what was coming out until we got one of these catalogs.
Right.
And so, let's see. Sandcrawler has been released a couple times, Disney Parks exclusive. Okay. For the 3 3/4 inch line. Blake said I would tear the pages out, circle my Christmas wishes even throughout the entire year, and give them to my parents.
Right.
That's right.
Yep. Me too.
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. All right.
Yeah, it was our wish list. That was our wish list.
That was the wish list, and that's what it is today. All right, let's get into our pickups. Like you said, oh my goodness, we still got the page up here. All right, there we go. Like you said before the show, small hauls, but significant pickups. I have 4, and I'm saving my biggest and my best for last. So let me kick off, because you have 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me kick off. This was a figure that I have been waiting to get my hands on for quite a while. I did a review this week, and this guy is a lot of fun to play with, and that is the Jada Toys 27/7 Edge Runners. I almost called this 27/7. That's not what this is. This is from Edge Runners, the Netflix show. This is David. Here's a look at him from the show, what he looks like. Young man, hothead, a lot of trouble. And then who's heading out? Who's leaving?
Saying hi to Natalie, who's Andy's fiance.
Oh my good fiance.
She came to visit him from Florida. Not sure where.
Good morning, Natalie.
Yeah,
fiance. I did not know this, Andy. Did you tell me and I've forgotten with my old man brain? Oh my goodness. But back of the package, look at there. No cross sale, just some beautiful art from the Netflix show. Netflix show is pretty brutal. It's pretty adult and violent and crazy, but this figure is a lot of fun. If you haven't had a chance to go back and check out my review, definitely do that this week. If you get a chance. That's a fun figure. And just this week, my local collector friend Scott and I were talking, how much would we be willing to pay if Jada Toys would add soft goods to their Street Fighter collection? Because he was really kind of like taking it. I think he's got Chun-Li and Ryu, but he's not going all in. And he's like, they're fun, they're beautiful, they're well made, they're affordable. You can find them in local stores. But when he saw my Kung Fu set that I put on Fei Long, he was like, why didn't he just come with that stuff to begin with? Because it looks so amazing. He's like, how much would you be willing to pay? And I was like, well, the figures are typically $25. If you throw on a set of clothes like I did for like an additional like 12 to 15 bucks, which is what I paid for that Kung Fu set, then I don't know, like 45. And that's what this guy costs. This guy is, if you can find him, luckily, I found him for 45 on Amazon. He's now up to 49. And then I think one day he was up to 54. I don't know why. I don't know why the price was fluctuating. But he's soft goods jacket, soft good pants. So it's right along those lines. So yeah, Natalie. Yeah, they look great. I don't think I'll get the girl. I forgot her name from that they make a female figure. She's a little cheaper. She's like 30, 33, 34, something like that. I don't think I'll pick her up. I like this guy. I got him and I'm good. Let's see. Curtis said, tearing the pages out is an act of unspeakable barbarism. Absolutely. V-Dog says, BBTS has a sandcrawler. And then Mark M, good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon, sir.
Hey,
oh, look here. J-Mac, such a fun morning with the...
What's up, J-Mac?
Yep, absolutely. We're going to be talking about her in just, or him. I don't know. Is it a male, female? I don't know. We're going to be talking about that release in just a little bit. So what about you, buddy? What's your first pickup?
I had made a comment in, I think, our group chat that I needed. I picked up one for Brian and I think Heinrich. And you got one already, but I was like, I forgot to get myself one. So I reached out. Curtis was kind enough to send me a Baradak cape. So thank you, sir. Thank you to also Darla for her amazing craftsmanship. This is the bigger size cape, designed color-wise, I think, for Baradak, which is not out yet. Hopefully this summer. And I'm excited for that. Thank you very much. Thank you, Curtis.
Hey, William, are you talking about the Cyberpunk figure or Curtis's cape? Which one are you talking about? Blake says, you're right, Curtis. I'm a Marine and a barbarian. I go after
good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. So my local Target just this week got the very first NECA Week 1 standee. Which they will be refilling, I'm assuming, throughout the next 4 weeks of NECA releases. And I had seen pictures of this guy online, and I wasn't that impressed. But when I saw him in stores, I was actually very impressed with this figure. And that is the NECA Toys Pee-wee's Playhouse Pee-wee Herman. Pee-wee, of course, was a big part of my childhood.
Absolutely.
In the best possible way forward possible. Here is the... Here is a closer look at the figure itself. 3 different heads, all very iconic looks. His smirk, his laughing face, his and then his kind of like the teeth between the tongue between the teeth look. He does come with, I'm sorry, I forgot the little, is it Terry?
I think it's Terry, yeah.
Yeah, Terry the pterodactyl, a bunch of hands and stuff. And you know how like he would go up to that the screen and he would get a little like word of the day thing or whatever it was, like out of the little screen. It would print out these little words, you know, and he would like base the show around that. There are 2 little words in here for him to pull out. This one says ultimate and this one says NECA. So NECA Ultimates. I love that this is the door. That's really cool. And there are little vinyl removable stickers. This one just has Pee-wee's face on it. Hang on. And they are actually to keep the door closed. So you can take them off and put them back on. They come with 2 of those. So always thinking to keep the door closed in the store. But yeah, I'll probably do a review on this guy this week. Pee-wee's Playhouse.
I did not know that that NECA was making Pee-wee figures.
Yeah, probably just that one.
Think so?
Yeah, I think it's probably just that one. I don't think we're going to see, you know, Missy Vaughn or Cowboy Curtis. Cowboy Curtis Ackerman.
Right. This is these both hit in a week and just cleared out whatever extra money I had. But I had to have this is my favorite character from that universe. Always been a fan. And yeah, I think you got him a few weeks ago, but I got my Lobster Johnson figure.
He's a pricey boy.
He's my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dope. Including that guy, I can count 2 times he's been made into an action figure. Oh, where'd these balloons come from? I did that?
Yeah, I should have got the other one. I have the other one in my D12. Maybe I'll compare them both.
Yeah, so the other one you have is the Mezco Hellboy comic book version, because that's the only other figure of Lobster that's ever been made. Actual figure. There's been a couple of like little small figurines that don't move. But yeah, William, yeah, this is 1/12 scale. Yeah, he is. Actually, I'll tell you what. Let me pull him out. And you can go check out my review where I really go in depth. I did a pose video for this guy as well. But he is pretty fantastic. He has 2 different heads.
Really nice.
The collar and all of the coat is wired, so you can bend it and get it into positions. Soft good pants. He can pose really well. So like he's not like a martial artist, but if you want him like kicking, you can get a nice kicking pose. The jacket does come off. It's completely removable. This guy is just, yeah, he's pretty fantastic. Yeah, from the Netflix and animated show called Edge Runners. So yeah, that guy's pretty dope. Love that guy. All right, your turn. My turn.
Your turn.
My turn. Oh, okay. Oh boy, I got to tell you, I was never a fan of this design of Spider-Man or this character. Not until the animated movies came out a couple years ago. But I saw this guy being reviewed and being posed, and I had to get him because I'm a sucker for Spider-Man. But I got the Mafex Spider-Man 2099 figure in hand. I have not opened this guy up. I have not played with him, but man, I think I'm going to be doing a review this week. This guy is just
very cool.
Look at this one, crotch, fantastic. I love it. And then check out this head right here. Look at this. It's got a masked, pulled up head. Cool. So bearing his teeth, which apparently he has fangs. It's pretty cool. I mean, that character, cool. Not the toy.
Yeah, I like the design on that. Like you said, I'm not a big 2099, but that's a cool version of that figure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do love my Spidey. And then the last thing I picked up, like I said, these both came almost the same week from my seller, and I can't cancel. It's not like Big Bad Toy Store. If I cancel, then I lose that ability to buy from him anymore. So, and I wanted it, but I got the special 30 years anniversary Hellboy.
Nice.
So this was what, Mark, like 300?
A lot of money.
Yeah. So I'm ramen. I'm eating ramen.
So I actually bought the Hellboy and the Abe Sapien when they came out, and I want to say when they came out, Abe Sapien was like 80, and I think Hellboy was 90.
Yeah.
Hellboy has been released. I think he's 150 now. They've marked him up quite a bit. I know that Lobster Johnson was 150. You're gonna love it. The Hellboy, and well, all of them really. The Hellboy, he's got a soft, squishy chest.
I have the
And
other.
you
I
can-
have two
you
of
can-
the past.
Oh, okay. So you've played with him before.
Yeah. Oh, it's a perfect figure. Like 1,000 toys. That's why I'm like, why did I pre-order this when I already had two of the other ones? I sold one on Mercari, but I have the other one. But I think I didn't have the special one that had the horns and the sword, and now this one comes with everything. So
yeah,
I'll support my man Mike.
Yeah, heck yeah, man.
Beautiful artwork.
Oh my gosh, yeah, those
greatest.
And they haven't made a lot of figures. They also made like a Master Chief, which I have as well.
Yes.
That's a great figure too. So they do good work. They just don't put out enough.
Right.
Oh, I did not know this. Andy says that Stan Lee actually came out of retirement and wrote the first few issues of Ravage 2099.
I did not know that.
All right, is that all for your pickups?
I'm done. I got nothing.
Okay. So here's my favorite pickup of the week. It's not even a pickup. Somebody that is very near and dear to my heart, who I love immensely, sent me this for my birthday, and this was their first custom. Greg made this on live on one of, were you on like Curtis's?
Yeah, Art by Ackerman. We did a dry brush episode.
So this was your first custom figure. You took what I'm assuming is probably one of the Black Knights. Is like one of the shine.
Vampire Phalanx.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because I can tell that the feet are all black, but then you dry brushed all of this red and rust.
Yeah, kind of on him. Rusty blood armor. I thought it looked kind of cool.
Heck yeah, it did. And so I was inspired. So I got this and I was like, I need to plus this guy up and I need to give him a story. And so the first thing I did was you left the neck black. So I painted I airbrushed the neck. And then give me just a second and let me get the rest of this stuff out here. Let me show you what I did to this guy. So I've been busy this week. I was telling Curtis that I hadn't customized a figure in probably 2 months. It's been a while since I've touched a paintbrush to an action figure, and I really I hadn't done it, and I needed to get back into it, and I just hadn't been like inspired. But you sent me this, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna turn this into a collab. Like I gotta do something.
Yeah, I love that.
So I'm gonna turn this into a collaboration. And I was like, what is this guy missing? I was like, well, the first thing he's missing is some shoulder pauldrons. I was like, so let me go to my fodder box and pick up some shoulder pauldrons that would look good on this guy. And I was like, yeah, he doesn't have any weapons, so let's get him some weapons. Gotta have him some weapons. And I was like, I don't know about this orc head. I wonder if I have another head that would work. So I pulled out my big old box of heads, and that sounded a lot better in my head. And I found a head that I thought would work really nice for this guy. And that turned out to be pretty challenging because I set myself up for doing a lot of stuff that I'm not used to doing with head painting. Sorry, this is taking so long.
No, you're fine.
I'm having a hard time with these shoulder pauldrons. Is there anything going on in the chat that you need to comment on?
We have QTube has joined the chat. Curtis said Schmerber is a dry brush legend. Thank you. Andy said Schmerber had the best teacher, which I agree. Thank you, Andy, and thank you for Curtis for having me on Art by Ackerman, which is his YouTube show. Check that out. He's got a lot of tutorials on there. Very entertaining. Blake, Recon, my man. 1,000 Toys figures are very few and far between. With that said, they are really nice and worth the wait. I agree. The Halo Master Chief is awesome, and they are making several more Halo Reach characters. I really want that Emil.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're doing the Halo Reach figures.
Like
that's right. I totally forgot about that.
$200, but man, I would love that figure. And then J-Max says the first Schmerber custom, like finding a Honus Wagner rookie card. Exactly. I thought, what could I send my man Mark? He's got everything I have basically. But I made this figure. It's kind of special, and I'm gonna send it to my boy.
It's special, and it's going in my collection, and it is not going.
I love that
anywhere.
You're souping it up a little bit because it was just a basic. I just dry brushed it and kind of put it in a box, and I was like, I don't know what to do with it, and I did. William is right. I brought it to MuskyCon and kind of set it on my table as just a figure display because I thought it was a fun figure.
All right.
He did have a fur cape that I had borrowed from Conan.
Nice.
So what you got, man? Let's see what you got. Embiggen yourself, man.
Oh, yeah. Let me embiggen myself.
Embiggen. Yeah.
This is. Hang on. I'll do it with that in a minute. I got to see your face. This is Sir Gregory.
Oh, yucks. That.
Yeah, look at.
You know, you go ahead and send on that figure on back to me.
He's like, you know what? I sent this by accident. So I did some.
Look at that.
Some rust on the shield. I rusted up this. I put a couple of belts on him. I gave him I rusted up the sword. Man. I added the shoulder pauldrons and rusted them up really good. And then I took a Xylernian guard head, but one that is not green. It's the peach colored one or the flesh tone colored one. So I had to do the eyes because the eyes are like whited out, you know, or no, they're green. They're green. So I give him a little goatee to sort of like a little tribute to your little beard. And then repainted the helmet. And so we've got some
amazing, dude. And it
so
blends. The colors are perfect, dude. Dude.
Oh yeah. I had to make sure I got your color.
You killed it.
So this is Sir Gregory.
Amazing.
Of Rusty Khan, I guess.
Rusty Khan.
But yeah, this is Sir Gregory. He's going on my shelf. The Rust Armor Knight. He's a hedge knight. Doesn't take care of his armor. Doesn't have a squire to help polish his armor.
He's a messy guy. You know,
he's a messy. So thank you. That is, I could not believe that you sent me that for my birthday. That was.
Can you take a picture of that?
Yeah, man, for sure.
Post it or send it to me because
I didn't want to like share it before today's episode, so that's why I haven't posted any pictures. But yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Curtis. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Brian says looks great. Thank you, Brian. Beautiful collab. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Curtis. Andy says he loves it. Wow, that really looks cool. Nice work, Mark. Thank you, Blake. Wow, that is beautiful from J-Mac. And then nice. Greg needs to be your apprentice. No, I need to be Greg's apprentice.
No, I agree.
He's been at war for a while. Yeah. He needs some Rust-Oleum. That's what he needs.
Right.
All right. Let's see. What do we got coming up next? Oh my God. We've been at an hour. Sorry, guys. This is going to be a long one. I hope you guys don't have anything to do because we got some unboxing. All right, buddy. What are you opening up today? I know we had talked about some Valaverse stuff.
Yeah, I've got the Recon gear. I was going to say Recon Rage. I got the Recon Rage gear pack.
That's the Blake pack.
Yep. And the Recon corpse figure.
I have two Steel Brigade. So I don't know. I have the desert version, which I love. I love like their desert figures. And then I have the Zolocon exclusive.
Nice.
That somebody grabbed me.
One. I did not get one.
I am going to open the Zolocon exclusive.
Do it, buddy.
Because this one looks really nice. I've been wanting to open him for a few weekends now, a few weeks since I got him in. I want to thank the right person who picked this up for me at Zolocon.
I think it was
either you or Brian or Terrence. I can't remember.
Yeah, one of us three.
You guys are the best.
I had a shopping list that I was grabbing. So I don't know who. That's right, bros helping bros.
Okay. Blake says I'm hoping to get some of those royalties. Absolutely. Ooh, Andy says Smurber needs a Padawan braid. You do.
It'd take about 18 years for me to grow it.
Yeah. Andy says I'm going to warn you now. The belt is a bitch to get on. To which figure, buddy? Which one are you talking about?
Probably Steel Brigade.
Oh, is it the Zolocon? Is that the one you're talking about? I don't have a belt. He doesn't have a belt. Oh, man, this guy is awesome with this vac metal head. Did somebody in one of our chat groups, or did I read this online, that was saying that potentially this particular version of the Steel Brigade, the Zolocon exclusive, was possibly an homage to Micronauts? Did I see that somewhere, or am I just crazy?
I don't know. That could be
because of the blue color and the chrome head. Let's see. So Bobby said, Monarch Prime 333 is here. Jersey
Hey,
Shore
Monarch.
Juggernaut. Hey, buddy. Hey, guys. Welcome to the show. Glad you made it. To the recon. He's like, it just keeps popping off.
Oh,
okay.
I see. So it comes with a belt, so I'm gonna try.
I got you. Yeah. Yep.
Try and
All
put
right.
that.
So
bad
here
boy on.
is the Zolocon Steel Brigade right out of the package. Got that vac metal head. It does have a little port for the nogs, and then he's got a lot going on that chest. We've got some removable grenades or flashbangs or smoke, whatever you want. He has a removable knife. Nice shoulder pads. I like the gray on blue combo, and then the tan hands. And then he does have the belt, the secondary with some drop leg holster on this side, and two. Let me get the hand out of the way. Two magazines on that side. This guy looks really nice. I am impressed with this vac metal head, dude. This thing is crazy cool. I have a new phone, and I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't like to zoom all the way in, even though it is the newest iPhone. I don't know what the deal is. I can't get any. If I go any closer, it blurs out, but that's the... Here, let me do this. There we go. That's that vac metal head. Man, that thing is nice. It looks so shiny. So shiny. Andy, I'm sure, can tell me. Andy, is this a tribute to Micronauts? Is that official, or was that somebody just wishful thinking?
Bobby doing a tribute to anything other than himself.
I'm gonna pretend we didn't hear that.
Just kidding.
Nice tampo on the back of the backpack, and we have some. Hey, check this out. Something that even G.I. Joe Classified does not do, and paint details on their backpacks. Look at those carabiners on that side are painted, and on this side, we have 4.
I do love some carabiners.
5 on this side.
Got the belt.
I saw a post on Facebook the other day. It said, you're over 40 when you you're an over 40 male when you switch out your keychain for a carabiner.
Yes,
and I was like, that's pretty funny.
all my cars have my car keys have carabiners. They're so useful.
Oh my goodness! All right,
you're right with the belt, Andy. I'm not liking the not liking how they do it here.
He has 3 weapons. He comes with this, like what looks to be like some sort of like taser gun, but I'm sure it's not. He has this pistol, which is hefty, pretty significant size.
Hefty.
That goes in his huge holster. And then we have this machine gun, which I'm going to defer to Blake to tell me what this is, but looks like it's got like a red dot sight on the top, and I don't know if that's not necessarily a suppressor, but that is really nice. It does have magazine that is removable, and then this guy looks impressive. This thing is...
Yes, that's a nice...
This is super nice. Looks really good.
So the belt is nice, but it's got a weird, like a peg thing, and the peg doesn't stay in place. It doesn't it kind of, there's a clasp thing where the hole is on the inside of the belt.
Oh, okay.
And it's supposed to just kind of peg, but it doesn't stay. It kind of just, so I mean, a drop of glue would probably, but it comes with a pistoli. Looks like it's got a silencer in here for the pistoli. I think it's what, gridiron.
I asked this question before, and somebody said that they're going to be making them in the future, but they're not making them currently. Somebody
they're not. No, I'm thinking Monster Force. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe the Gridiron's making Monster Force in the future. Weapons in the future. From Monarch, he's like, do you actually have double jointed shirts available? Greg made this one, and it is on his TeePublic page.
Yep. So go to TeePublic/user, or look up the user, and it's Schmerber. No jive turkeys.
Nice. Blake says this is a collab gun, some M14 mixed with an AR. I'm not sure which one he's talking about, but I know he knows his stuff. Let's see here. We also have, oh my goodness. Thank you, Curtis. You know you are an over 40 male when you say the phrase, don't throw that out. That's a good box. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I think I said that to my wife yesterday. She piled up a whole bunch of boxes from the garage, and she was like, we're getting rid of all these empty boxes. I was like, ooh, not those 3. I need those 3. Those are good for,
boxes. Don't do that.
Those are perfect for action figures.
Yes.
Let me keep those. She's like, are you selling anything? I was like, not currently, but I might.
All hopeful. Are you going to sell stuff? No.
Yeah. No. Not now. No.
You know.
Mm-mm. Andy, you are right. I do like it when backpacks open up. Mine does not. There is no opening portion to this backpack, but this one is a nice backpack. It is very bulky on his back. It does look nice. I don't know if I'll keep it or not.
He's got this guy's got an action harness, and I'm trying to put it on him, but easier said than done.
His night vision goggles are the articulated kind, which I like. They're not the kind that you have to swap over. Some you have to turn around because they're not articulated. And let me get them in, and I will show them off. Oh, I think I put them on upside down.
Okay, there we go.
I'm gonna lose
there
this
we
on
go.
the floor.
He's got little magazine clips in his.
So here are the night vision. They are articulated so they can sit up on the head, or if they're not. But you know what? He already has a visor. Like, I feel like he doesn't need night vision goggles. We've got 8 hands total. This guy is kitted out with the hands. I love this color scheme for this guy.
It seems
and
like
I am one of those people that I don't fully collect Valaverse. I have a couple that I've purchased. I have a lot that has been sent to me from Steve Mank over at Articulated Empire for review. And so I don't buy a lot. I think they're very well-made figures. I can appreciate them and enjoy them. And I can love them. But they also don't replace my G.I. Joes. I have a space enough in my heart for both. There's room enough on my shelf for everybody.
Oakhurst Studios. Good morning.
Gridiron is working on Monster Force. And easier to put the vest on if it take the head off. And then, Oakhurst. Hey, good morning.
Oakhurst. Sorry,
I was on their show a long time ago.
Oakhurst Studios.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has a show. I was a guest on there. I think it was my first guest appearance on anybody's show. He's the first person to invite me on. It was like,
dumb question, but where is he out of? There's an Oakhurst in California that I used to live near.
That might be it.
Maybe.
And then here is him like kitted out with his rifle.
I like
this guy is sneaking through, taking people out, and taking them out. Love this guy. He is a lot of fun.
Hey, Vern. Call me Vern. We will call you Vern.
I couldn't remember his real name.
I think I've seen that interview or that show that you're on.
But I mean, come on. Look at this. This guy.
Yeah.
Look at this. Let me blow this guy up.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. He's taking him out.
Beautiful.
Love it. Yeah, I've only bought this guy, and I've only bought the desert versions. I have up there on my shelf somewhere is Desert Condor and now Desert Steel Brigade. And then I want to pick up the female Desert Troop Builder and her weapons pack. That's probably going to be on my next Big Bad Toy Store purchase.
Okay, right on, Vern. Vern is in San Diego.
There you go. Well, then there is the Oakhurst that you were talking about.
Beautiful San Diego.
Are you keeping up with all the stuff coming out of Star Wars Celebration Tokyo?
Yes, trying to. A lot of good stuff going on.
I was surprised that Amazon put the exclusive Ronin and
yeah,
R5 set up, and that it was in stock and shipping, and mine arrives Monday.
Wow.
Like, I could not believe that. All right, so he's got one rifle up on his shoulder and has his pistol out. Let me embiggen you. Let's see this guy. Let's check him out. What do you like about this guy?
I like the basic figure was nice, but then you have to have the pack, the accessories pack, because it comes with so much great stuff. Comes with a better gun, comes with multiple blast features, comes with this cool tear gas leg holster, comes with this ammo vest, also comes with a gun belt. Also comes with a helmet with night vision. So the basic recon figure is really nice, but it's kind of like a blank canvas.
Yeah, it's a troop builder.
Multiple hands and stuff. But yeah, there's the pack that you buy separately really ups the playability and the cool displays that you can have with this figure. Very cool. I recommend it. Very cool.
All right. I think I've gotten my guy in the pose that he is going to assume on my shelf. And we're just going to have like a straight on. Let me blow this up. We're just going to have a straight on walking pose. And he's just walking and firing.
I like it. Nice.
This is how the guy's going to go on my shelf. And I have a little box of extra heads and stuff that I may play around with, maybe trying them out on him. Put all of his gear away, then I can toss this package. No need to. Anytime I can clear a package out on the floor, that's a good day. All right. All right. Any other thoughts on your figure before we move on?
Blake is saying, I see you have a good arm on your. Oh no, Andy, on your recon. A lot of them kind of sag while holding weapons. Yeah, he's a great figure. It's really good.
Yeah,
I'm liking it.
The only problem that I have ever had with a Valaverse figure is I bought this guy right here. This is the Ghost Operator. I bought this guy. I like him a whole lot, but this leg, his lower right leg, so from the knee down, is like super floppy. It's really loose. I had to get some Kiki's, like fix a joint from a local friend. Actually, it wasn't. I don't think it was Kiki's. It was the one that Curtis recommended. That's more of an American version of that. Basically, it's just Elmer's glue and water. Really, I just need to get me some like 50-cent Elmer's glue from Walmart, mix it up with some water, and just keep it on hand because that's all it really is. And I just kept putting it in the joint, letting it dry, knocking it off, and eventually it got a little tighter.
Yeah,
he's dope. He looks really good. Now, do you keep your Valaverse like separate on a Valaverse shelf or with other Valaverse figures, or do you mix them in with your Joes or Monster
Force? Mix them in with Joes.
Yeah,
I mix them in. Yeah, I don't mind putting. I would put Monster Force, Classified, and Valaverse together.
Curtis, I cannot say that name without thinking of that. He's a ghost operator. Yeah, I sing it every single time.
How about you?
Andy, me too. I would love to get one of those gold heads. That would have been great. That would have been really. He's a smooth operator.
Ooh, we singing Sade today. I like it.
Yeah, Sade. It was like the second album I ever bought. If anybody gets that reference, we can be friends. All right. Let's see here. Let's get to the double down. Boy, oh boy, it has been a Mythic Legions morning. It has been if you're a fan of Figura Obscura, Four Horsemen, if you're a fan of pachyderms in general, today was your day as we had I can say that word, but I can't spell it, pachyderm. Today was a great day. So the Four Horsemen revealed their new Figura Obscura, and it is Ganesha. This guy or gal is beautiful. Look at this gorgeous shot by Trevor, who's not here, by the way, because he is, hamming it up in Tokyo over at Star Wars Celebration, doing a figure photographer panel. So he said he's been trying to get them to add that to the lineup for years, and they finally got it on the panel. So they got on the schedule. So that is amazing. So let's talk about Ganesha a little bit here. I pulled this up because I wanted to make sure that I was, getting all the information and everything. It says Ganesha is a popular Hindu god, often depicted with an elephant head and a human body. He is revered as the remover of obstacles and is considered the patron of writers, travelers, students, and commerce. Ganesha is also worshipped in Jainism and Buddhism. Key aspects of Ganesha's significance is the remover of obstacles, the symbol of intelligence and wisdom, a patron of the arts and commerce, worshipped by multiple religions, symbol of new beginnings. I love that. The remover of obstacles. So this is the, he is the, what would you say? The ludicrous of Hindu gods. The move, bitch, get out my way.
Right.
These are just, look at this photo here.
Yeah,
this
is just amazing.
So beautiful.
Was that so Trevor or somebody else do that?
This is all Trevor. These are all official product shots from the Four Horsemen webpage. Let's blow this guy up. I showed this to my wife this morning when I was making my purchase, and she was like, nope, put the hat back on. He's definitely one of those guys you shouldn't take the hat off, dude. We don't need to see the party underneath.
Right.
Look at this. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Look at all this stuff.
That is a load of goods.
He comes with 2 different trunks. He comes with a stool, a rat, a headdress, a scarf that looks, I'm sure, is wired, 2 different arms to connect to his back, some sort of whatever this spiral thing, Mandela or something like that, that would be behind him. These look like the same. I don't know if these are the same beads that came with like the Monkey King or the 2-pack. Like the
maybe.
I don't know. Tons of wrist bracelets and different sort of like gauntlets and things. Whatever this little twisty thing is here, it looks like a churro. I don't know. He's got this beautiful axe that I hope we see again. Multiple hands, a plate of grapes, some apples, bananas, and then I don't know what that is. That looks like a little plate of
treats, little sweets.
Yeah, like a little golden. What are those things called? Ferrero Rocher. I'm sure that's what those are.
Yes, I'll take those.
Yeah, absolutely. And then look at this. All decked out, holding the little bowl of Ferrero Rocher. Then I think we get into like basically a turnaround of what this guy looks like at the different angles. Look at those pants. Look at those.
Please, hammer, don't hurt him.
Don't hammer it, don't hurt him. Look at that. That's beautiful. This is exactly what I look like from behind with those pants on, with my pajamas on. Look at that. So beautiful. Look at him just sitting there chilling, eating grapes, got an axe, legs are crossed. He's like in chill mode, but still ready to go. And then this beautiful package right here. Just absolutely gorgeous. So it's absolutely beautiful, man. What are your thoughts on this guy, dude? What are your thoughts?
I think it's a beautiful piece. The head sculpt is phenomenal. The articulation, just the detail, the headdress, I think is super elaborate and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of those figures that you kind of pose it how you want it to be posed and then put it on your shelf. It's not one of those like, put it in all kinds of dynamic poses and different things. It's one of those just beautiful shelf pieces.
Yeah.
So
absolutely gorgeous.
I do get it. I will gladly display it on my shelf. But I wasn't in a race to pick it up. I think it's beautiful, but
yeah, you passed on it today, right? Because you've got ToyCon New Jersey coming up, so you need to save the 70 for that. And then, like Four Horsemen said or Jeremy said in their post, they've held some back for a sale that they said did they say later this month or next month? So will it be in May?
They said, yeah, it might be in May.
I mean, there's only 2 weeks left in April. And do we know, are they doing the sale like tonight as well? No, so they're just 2 drops only. So
yes,
one today and then one in a few weeks.
Yeah, they might be at some of the shows too. I don't know. Brett seemed to think that they would be at the next few shows. So we will see. I do not know. If I see it in person and it moves me, I'll grab it. But yes, Blake, for the moment I passed. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to save up. And knowing that, this figure is going to come back around, they may even have it at ToyCon New Jersey.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, if they have it there, then I might pick it up. I would like to see it in hand. I did check out Bill's review, and it did kind of, some of the chess piece was kind of problematic, kind of fussy. I'm not sure about.
Well, it is based on, basically our body build. So I mean,
right, exactly. Yeah, you made me laugh. What that message in the chat had me laughing. This guy, he sent a message this morning in our group chat saying, hey guys, I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. It's been quite a while. I was at the studio and who is it you said, Cookie and Jeremy?
I said I've been wanting to talk about this since Legions Con 23. It was my first Legions Con. Jeremy pulled me aside and said, hey, we need you to help us out on a special project. We can't tell you what it is. And they took me in a back room. Cookie took my shirt off. I agreed because A, it's Cookie, and B, it was his birthday. So right. They took my shirt off. They did a 3D scan of my body. They said I had the body of a god and that I would know more about this in a couple of years. And I'm really excited to, if you've seen this guy with his shirt off, it's.
So I'm reading it this morning like, oh shit, like this guy. And then when you said took your shirt off, then I'm like, oh, you bastard. I mean, if people don't know, Mark is an artist, and on his own, he is an artist. So I was like, dude, what a high honor. And then you said you took your shirt off, and I'm like, get out of here. Get out of here.
No, not at all.
That was a good one, though.
I did pick this guy up. I pre-ordered immediately because he's beautiful and he's an elephant. I love elephants. My wife loves elephants. And this is just gorgeous. And the multiple arms, and immediately the first thing that pops in my head is I can't wait to see this guy in a future mainline release where he's like a barbarian and we've got war paint on the trunk.
Yes.
And, he's wielding some big club or battle axe, and it's brute scale. I was very surprised at the price because a friend of mine, we were talking yesterday and he was like, how much do you think it's going to be? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, rumors are that it's going to be, brute scale or ogre scale or something. And I'm like, if it's big, a regular release is typically $70. I was like, if it's big, I'm like, dude, it's got to be at least $100, like $99.99 for the base release, and then whatever they want to charge, $30 extra for the all in.
It's a big figure. I think Bill measured 8 inches, I thought, in that area.
Dude, I think on the webpage that with his headdress, this particular headdress, they said it was nine and a quarter. So I was definitely confused. I had committed a crime and was being interrogated. Let's see. Candyman 5000. Oh, I'm a sucker for anthropomorphic animal figures. Absolutely. 100%. I love this idea of doing these type of gods, like the Egyptian god or this Hindu god or the Monkey King, this Chinese deity, and being able to put those anthropomorphic god parts into the library. So where, potentially we could get, a monkey warrior or an elephant warrior or, the Anubis parts into the mythic line, even though those are probably not, I can't, in the world of mythos, I mean, are they going to have something that is, elephant related? That's so, I don't know. I don't know if they would, but Yeah, I'm excited for the customs that we're going to see, like what Mark Calvo can do, or Emil, or Eric Miller.
It's exciting. It's got a lot of new stuff, so it's going to be cool to see what they use these parts for in the future.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is a beautiful release. I hope that they do have it at ToyCon next week. I hope you're able to get a chance to like look at it in person and just check out all of the crazy detail. Like, this is beautiful. And I'm sorry, I do have to call out like one comment that I saw on Facebook yesterday after the release came out. Somebody said, I don't think it's going to be a Hindu god or anything like that because they said, because doesn't Chris run D13 toys? And I think it's offensive and he would be like upset about it. And, because he also works at Four Horsemen, and I don't think they would do anything to upset him. And I like had to comment. I was like, I don't think you know Chris very well.
Right.
Like, I don't think you understand, like I don't see Chris getting upset that they did this.
No.
Besides, Chris has known this was coming for 2 years. Like, I don't think this is nowhere near meant to be offensive.
He got over it.
Yeah, like okay. A lot of times I don't engage with people on the internet because I'm 49. Like, I've learned, like, that's spitting into the wind, man. You're yelling into the void.
Right. Yeah.
It gets you nowhere.
Messing with your own mental health.
Right. You're trolling on the internet. That's a young man's game. I'm above that. Like, I don't get involved. And if I comment, you're rarely ever, if I do make a comment other than, dude, this is fantastic work, which I do all the time. I love supporting people in their work. But like, if you do see me make a comment like this, is like, nah, I don't think you know what's up. I'm definitely not going to respond after that. Like, you get one comment out of me, I am not going back and forth with anybody.
Right.
Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, I've got so much more to do in my life than sit here and argue with a complete stranger over the internet. It's not happening. So, but yeah, this is, Oh, William Golden said 9.5. Yeah.
Nice. It's beautiful. I mean, it's visually a beautiful figure.
Yeah. Mart M says that this is amazing. Was going to pass until my wife saw it. My wife loves elephants, which is why I showed it to her. I was like, hey, check this out. And she's like, are you getting that? I'm like, you do damn well better believe I'm getting that. So I had to
be like, am I getting it? She's like, yes. Okay.
No,
yeah.
I already told her. I told her yesterday. I was like, hey, listen, I was like, I'm gonna go over budget this week. Like, this paycheck, I'm gonna go over budget because I've spent half of my my money already. And I was like, and there's a secret drop. And she was like, you didn't know about it? I'm like, no, I didn't know about it. Nobody tells me these things before they happen. Like, no, I didn't know about it. And I was like, I got to get it. Like, I can't not get it. Like, look how awesome it is. And so yeah, absolutely. And I was able to get the Operation Monster Force Eraser figure on Big Bad Toy Store yesterday. They dropped at 6 p.m., which I thought was a very odd time, 6 p.m. Eastern, for them to drop that figure. Now I did pick up several. Oh, let me make you big here. Let's get back because we're done with Ganesha. Let me look at that. How does he feel in hand?
Oh man, like $1 million. It's got a silencer on the gun that comes off. Watch me break it.
You gotta be careful.
But no, it's a great dude. He's got goggles that come off.
Look at that.
He's got knives. He's got a gun and it's I mean, as good as anything else Monster Force.
Right. Yeah.
Fantastic.
No, I got you the 2 Monster Force clear translucent versions last year. How does he stack up to those? Do you like this one better?
Yeah, better. Very
cool.
You made the right choice.
Yeah, I picked up several for you guys while I was at Atlanta. I didn't have the extra cash to get me one, so I was excited that they were going to drop one on Big Bad Toy Store, and I'm glad I did. I didn't get a chance to take a nap yesterday until about 5, and I was like, God, I got to be up at 6 to get this pre-order. Or it wasn't a pre-order; it was an in stock. They were going to drop in stock whatever they have left.
Review it.
And I set my alarm. I woke up at 6, found it, bought it. And then, like, in 10 minutes, it was completely sold out. I don't know how many they had, but they went fast. And it was limited to 1 per person or one per Big Bad Toy Store account. So yeah, I'm glad I snagged one, and I've already shipped it, so maybe one day next week it'll arrive.
You're gonna love it, man.
Yeah, man.
I love it. I love this figure. I'm so glad thank you for getting me one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Of course.
Beautiful.
Bros taking care of bros.
Recommend
well,
it.
guys, that is it. That's our show. We went for an hour and 35 minutes today. It's a little longer than normal, but we had
That's
a lot
some stamina right there.
That's some stamina. That's right. Typically 5 minutes in, I'm done. But was able to pull a long session today. I hope you guys were able to get Ganesha if you wanted. I hope you enjoyed the show today. Greg, tell everybody where we can see you on New to Mythics, who your last guest was, and what you got coming up.
Last guest was David Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday is Recon Rage, Blake.
Nice.
And then the following Tuesday is Late Night LeBron, Eric LeBron. I've got a few lined up. Tomorrow is also a special edition of New to Mythic Live. We're going to have Blake as well on there. Joe G. Who else is going to be on there? I got a few
now, what
people.
time is that tomorrow? That's
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Eastern to whenever?
Yep, 9 to whenever. It's just a conversation. We hang out, talk toys.
Yep.
Have a good time.
If you don't have Easter plans, that's definitely the place to be.
Yeah, hop on by. Love to see you guys.
Hop on by. That's absolutely correct. Oh man, I just did Meet the Collector with Curtis Ackerman, aka Lance from Lansing, Michigan. Was on. He actually was like, dude, I thought that's how you were going to bring me out when you announced me on the show.
I saw that.
Man, I should have done that. That's actually I just wasn't thinking. It's been a weird week, man. Head wasn't in the right space. And then yeah, I've got some more Meet the Collector lined up. I hope to have a new one coming this week. I don't know. I'm still waiting to hear back from the guest to see if that can happen. But I do have some really cool reviews coming up. I think I am going to be doing the Undead Builders Pack from Necronominus will be my Mythic Monday review.
Rob. Yeah, Rob will be there.
Well. Rob. Nice.
Yeah, I need to pick up that Undead, hopefully at New Jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to add Sir Adalric to my Big Bad Toy Store purchase this week, but I ended up spending that money on the eraser. It's fine. I can get Adalric anytime. But I have the Undead Builder Pack. I have Necronominus and Conibus in hand. So those are going to be my next three. And then Adalric and Sir Utzak. I don't know if I'm Utzak. I don't know how to say that name. So that's up next. So, and then I'll probably have Pee-wee and maybe the Mayfic Spider-Man this week, the 2099. We'll see how it goes. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. Hope you love the show. Check out Greg over at New to Mythics Live, his channel. And Greg and I, we'll see you in the toy aisles.
Thank you.
See you guys.